so dumb. No, Civil War sucks, bro. When it comes to Endgame,
Did you
when it comes
just say
to Endgame,
Civil War sucks?
when it comes to Endgame, don't take me out of context.
This is crazy.
Welcome back to the Podracer podcast.
I'm Jordyn, and that is Noah.
And ladies and gentlemen, episode 4. Welcome. Welcome
Good
to
stuff,
4.
man. Officially a month of Podracer podcast episodes. I mean,
We out here.
we're out here. We're doing the damn thing.
We doing it. Jordyn, how was your week? How was your day?
It's been pretty good. I mean, Bears are on Hard Knocks. These episodes are great. I don't know if we got any Chicago Bears fans. Do you watch the NFL, Noah? I don't actually think I even know that.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but it's all about bang bang nine gang up in here. That's what's up.
No.
That's what's up.
No, we actually play each other this season. So we're gonna have to do some sort of football segment or something when that game comes around.
Maybe.
No, my week's been good. How's your week been, man?
It's been all right. I've been in need of another tattoo that I don't have yet, so I'm about 3 tattoos behind now. So I need to get.
What's the next one? What are you trying to get?
So I might extend my Foo Fighters. I might get another Foo Fighters piece there, or I'll really want to be getting a shrimp with a chef hat frying rice.
That's hilarious.
So shrimp fried rice? Yeah, it's pretty good. So dumb. So stupid.
No, that's great. Honestly,
But
I
I
might
love
have to
it.
steal that. That's pretty good.
You better not.
Maybe I'll get chicken fried rice, and I'll get like a chicken.
Ooh.
You know, whipping up some rice.
Chicken fried rice is really good.
Fire, dude.
Well, let's talk about the podcast, Jordyn. The
Podcast,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah.
we do.
Yeah, this thing we do every week. I think we should start off with a hot seat. I don't know about you. I liked hot seat the first episode. We gotta let the viewers and listeners we gotta let them get to know us a little better. So I got some questions for you.
Only if you want to.
Let me get a quick timer pulled up. All right, we're gonna do 5 minutes. I'll ask you questions first, and then we can flip flop. But are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay. All right, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Fly.
Fly, really? Okay.
Either fly or teleport, where I could kind of teleport anywhere, because I would just like.
Yeah, you're a big
travel
travel guy.
anywhere I want. Yeah.
Big travel guy. No, I love it. Good. Okay. Do you have a childhood celebrity crush and a current celebrity crush?
Yeah, I mean, kind of Selena Gomez. She's always been like the girl I had a really big crush on as a kid.
Was that the childhood one?
Yeah, kind of both now. I mean, I
Okay.
still have a crush on her. She's great. She's a babe. Yeah, probably Selena Gomez. Wizards of Waverly Place was awesome. So,
Yeah, I was just gonna say big Wizards of Waverly Place guy.
a big Wizards guy.
Are you
Even
gonna
though
watch?
I don't even like Wizard stuff.
Are you gonna watch the
yeah,
reboot?
absolutely. That looks so good. It looks so good.
She's only gonna be in it a little bit though. Like she's basically just a side character in the beginning.
I don't care. David Henry's in it, and he looks like he's going to be carrying it, and he's hilarious, so I'm fine with it.
He's a main character, yeah. And then I don't even think she's a reoccurring character. I think she's just going to guest star in it here and there, which is kind of bummy, but...
That's fine.
Okay, Selena Gomez.
She's in another... She's in a better show called Only Murders in the Building that's getting their 3rd season, and that has Steve Martin Short in it, the freaking goats from Saturday
Hulu,
Night
right?
Live. Yeah, that's on Hulu.
Yeah, no, I've seen that, but I haven't actually watched it yet.
Season 3 is dropping like next week, so like I'm super hyped for it. They got so many great cast members in like season 2, and then season 3 it just gets even bigger and better.
Okay.
Oh, I'm hyped. I'm so hyped.
Okay. Good to know. The first time we did Hot Seat, we talked about your wrestling name, Bolo Watts. I was curious.
That's it.
Do you have a signature wrestling move? You know, John Cena's got the whole in-your-face thing. Do you have a wrestling move yet?
hold on. John Cena has the whole in-your-face thing?
I don't know what it is. Doesn't he do this?
The you can't see me.
You can't see me. Whatever. I don't.
How do you not know that?
I don't
it's John
watch
Cena.
wrestling.
But it's John Cena. Everyone should know that about John Cena.
In your face. You can't see me. Same thing. Same thing. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You can't see him, so he's obviously not in your face because you cannot see him.
Whatever. What is your signature move? Do you even have one?
Yeah, it's the stunner.
The stunner. What's the stunner? Describe it a little bit.
So, if you would know who Stone Cold Steve Austin is, hell yeah. Oh gosh. He kicks someone in the gut and they go down a little bit and he pretty much just grabs like their head and boom.
Okay. So you're stealing somebody else's move.
It's wrestling. Everyone steals everything. That's kind of how it is.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Desert Island. You can only pick 3 movies to watch for the rest of your life. What are the 3 movies you're picking?
Okay. Oh man.
I know it's a toughie.
Okay. I'm gonna pick Jurassic Park.
Okay. 1. I know it's a tough one. 3 movies for the rest of your life.
Well, I'm on a stranded island. I just have to have 3 movies until I get rescued. So let's.
It's if you get rescued. So.
I'm obviously gonna get rescued, dummy.
No, that's not the game.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll say the first Star Wars, New Hope, I guess.
Okay.
I'll choose that.
Good one.
And then, lastly, I think I'm gonna choose Kill Bill by Quentin Tarantino.
Good pick.
Yeah. That might be
director. Good director. Okay.
It's
All
that's
right.
a solid movie.
All right. Okay. I got time for one more question, I think.
Okay.
What Star Wars faction would you choose? So, Jedi, Sith, Clone Trooper, Bounty Hunter, all the different factions. What are you picking? Pilot, Rebel Pilot, Resistance.
I'm gonna be a smuggler. That's what I'm gonna be.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a smuggler. Those guys make money in the galaxy, dude.
That's true. You're thinking logically.
I'm all about that.
I feel like the easy answer is you go Jedi. You want the Force, but
Nah.
Jedi are kind of corrupt. Well,
they are the real enemy here.
True. I'd want to be a Jedi, but in like the Empire stage where it's like not more of a religion and a political type of environment. You just kind of got the Force and you're fighting. I don't know. Maybe post Empire.
I was gonna say you don't want to when the Empire is at its peak because they're killing those guys. You got Inquisitors on your ass, dude. That doesn't sound fun.
No, that's true.
I'm a smuggler, dude. I could just get to chill and fly, and then maybe steal a little something here, maybe give a little something there.
Living the Han Solo life. Okay, I love it.
Amen.
All right. Good stuff. I'll put 5 minutes on the clock for me now. Let me know when you're ready.
Let's get a timer. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Go ahead.
Man. All right. First one.
Okay.
Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
Oh, okay. I originally used to be Team Iron Man because Iron Man's my boy. But rewatching that movie, I'm definitely Team Cap now.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
I mean, it's just like, if I was an Avenger, I wouldn't want to be under the Sokovia Accords because now you're basically, like, you're being controlled by the government. Like, what if, like, the world is, like, actually, like, about to collapse, like, freaking Thanos is taking over the world and the government's like, no, you're not going over there to do what... Like, it's just, like, I feel like it would cause more damage than help. You know what I mean? So, like, the more I've watched it, the more I've become Team Cap. And then I am Team Iron Man in the sense of, like, the whole Bucky situation and, like, killing his parents. Like, that is really brutal. And, like, I think Cap could have really played more of a, like, middle ground. But he really just, like, shit on Tony, essentially. And I get it, like, Bucky's his boy, but it's like, I don't know. It's just that. What are you? Are you Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
I'm Team Iron Man.
Okay. So you're for the Sokovia Accords.
I'm not for it. I don't like it, but it's more like, like, they've kind of need to be put in check kind of deal. But anyway, this is not my hot seat. This is yours.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Right. Yeah, next question.
Not really a question, but I need you to say 3 bad things about the first Cars movie.
We don't have 2 hours for me to think about this because there's no flaws. Oh, okay.
You have to. You have to.
You said 3 bad things?
It could be up to 3, or you could just say 3.
Okay. How do you find 3 bad things for a perfect movie?
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. We're going to be here for an hour.
We might. Wow.
All right, we're going to move on. Great answer there.
I'm like genuinely trying to think. And like anything I think of, I'm like, no, that adds so much. Like, part of me wants to be an ass and be like, Chick Hicks, get him out of here. He's annoying. But he's a great villain. And then the other part of me thinks, like, oh, man, I don't even know. I mean,
hot take, the King is an overrated driver.
That's fair. He is overrated.
Just saying. Overrated.
Yeah.
You don't need to call yourself the King to be the best racer, dog.
I mean, it's his nickname. He's a part of, like, the biggest companies, like, sponsoring a racer. It makes sense, but I guess. And
he was also voiced by Richard Petty, who's also known as the King.
Oh, didn't know that. Wow.
Richard Petty's a former race car driver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Multi-time NASCAR champion.
Voice actors. Okay. Yeah,
great.
that was. I genuinely can't think of anything. It's a perfect movie. Next question.
Would you rather be known as the guy that killed Anakin Skywalker or the guy that killed Darth Vader?
Oh. Probably Darth Vader. I feel like that's like Darth Vader was known as probably one of the like most evil people in the galaxy. Anakin was a beloved Jedi Knight who, I mean, he killed
kids.
He fell to the dark side in the end, but not really anybody knew that. Everybody was dead by the time that happened. So, like, I'm thinking reputation-wise, if I killed Anakin and the Jedi, like, weren't extinct when I killed him, I'd be known as one of the people who killed the most beloved Jedi. And then if I'm killing Vader, I'm going to be beloved because I killed probably the most evil, like, Sith in the galaxy. And Anakin's my boy. I can't be killing him. But Vader, that guy, he bad. So I'm going to say Vader, I guess.
I swear that this is not made up on the spot and you're just so happen to be wearing that. But would you rather cost the Bears the Super Bowl or marry Palpatine?
You did not just ask me that. If I cost the Bears a Super Bowl, can they win another Super Bowl down the line?
More than likely not.
Or they just like Bears. Never win the Super Bowl. The Bears are going to be special this year. Don't even come for me like that. Caleb Williams is going to change our entire franchise.
Yep, one person's going to do it for you guys. That's going to totally turn your whole offense, dumpster team around.
Listen to me.
That's going to do it.
Listen to me. This is a nerd podcast. I don't want to get into football too much, but our offense has been built from the ground up to be this championship team. Last season, we had one of the best defenses in the league, and we're only like adding weapons. So there's that. 2024, 2025 NFL season. You heard it here first. We're going to the playoffs this season with a rookie quarterback.
Absolutely not.
I'll see you in February.
Absolutely
I'll see you in February. I will be decked out in all the Bears gear. You will look like a chump because we'll be in the playoffs. And yeah, and the Niners are never going to win a Super Bowl. So.
Oh.
Anyways.
Okay. Okay.
So, okay, let's get back to the question. I either marry Palpatine or the Bears never win a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. No, you cost them the Super Bowl. You are the sole reason why they did not win the Super Bowl.
So it's a singular Super Bowl I cost them.
Yes.
Okay, then I am 100% costing them the Super Bowl.
They're not going to win another one, but you're going to be known as the person that cost them the Super Bowl, and all the angry, furious Chicago fans.
The world knows it was me?
1,000% the world knows.
Oh, then I might just have to marry Palpatine.
People are watching the Super Bowl. You cost them the Super Bowl.
Can I lie and say I'm not married?
No.
Okay, then I marry Sidious and I stab him in his sleep, and then I'm a widow, and
my gosh.
I get all of his riches because he runs the galaxy. Yeah.
Oh, but you have to do the wedding, though.
I do. I gotta kiss him.
Yeah, you do. That's gonna be unfortunate for you.
That's a really gross question, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'm marrying the freaking Dark Lord of the goddamn garbage disposal, nasty ass.
Put it on the board.
Gross.
When is the wedding? That's the next question. No.
Okay. God damn it. No, thank you. Oh. Okay, we had some exciting Star Wars news. Speaking of Star Wars. I guess the first thing I want to talk about, Skeleton Crew.
Oh.
You sent me the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It looks promising.
It looks good. It looks
pretty good.
Very good. I digging the whole Goonies in space kind of vibe that it's given off.
Vibe.
A little bit of Stranger Things mixed in there.
Yeah.
It's directed by John Watts, who directed all the Spider-Man movies in the MCU. Yep. So you know that's going to have like a John Hughes kind of take on it. So I'm excited to see this new direction. And of course it's produced by Filoni and Favreau. So like that the Star Wars dads are on the case. They're not going to give us anything bad like the Acolyte or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited. I thought it was really interesting at the start of the trailer. I mean, we got some like really normal, like suburban looking space houses. Yeah. And then there was like, I think there were like almost like cars basically. Like it looked very not Star Wars for a second. And then they start like, you know, they find the like abandoned underground Jedi temple or whatever. And then very Goonies vibes, booby traps, all this stuff. And then you get the kind of some like Jedi shows up. It felt like a jump in the trailer. How like all of a sudden these kids are like in space cruisers with like blasters and. Like, how do you go from this normal suburban, like, neighborhood to finding this, like, hidden temple to, like, now you're on all these space adventures? It seems like a jump. Well, so I'm sure it'll be explained better in the show, but really
I don't
interesting.
think that the thing that they find is a temple. I think that they just think it is because they want, like...
I guess you're right, yeah.
Kind of how we all did as kids. Like, oh, that's some, like, Star Wars thing, or that's... a Jedi thing. Like, it's more likely it's not. They're gonna go down it. They might get captured, and that's how they get in the space cruisers. And then that's when we see the homie Jude Law as a Force user. He didn't say that he is a Jedi.
Well, the kid said it.
But the kid said it.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh, yeah, the Force, you're a Jedi." He's like, "No, I'm just Force sensitive, and I'm kind of a dick." But you'll see that later, probably. That's my idea of it. That's what I think is happening. So
yeah, no, it looks promising, and I mean, I hope it is because I want more Star Wars content, and if with what happened with the Acolyte happens with this show, I don't see us getting more Star Wars content. I mean, if you think about it, the Star Wars universe is the Skywalker saga, and then you have Mandalorian. And, like, that's pretty much it. Like, I was excited for the Acolyte, and then it just did not hold up at all. So I really hope that this show is better. I'm hoping our space dads, Filoni and Favreau, they get us through. They give us something good. They give the people something to look forward to that's not the Skywalker saga. I think with that, we got to talk about the Acolyte getting canceled.
Oh,
I mean,
cue the world's smallest violin.
Yeah, I mean, what are your feelings about it? Because I don't think we've actually talked about what we thought about the Acolyte as a show.
All right, I'm gonna give you 5 words. Ready?
Okay.
Don't care. Still don't care. I'm when the news came out saying that they are canceling it, I'm like, cool. That sounds great with me.
Yeah.
I did not like at all where that story was going. I think it was very stupid. I think they tried to expand on lore in Star Wars that has never been talked about, and they just tried to do something just so they can do something special. Mm-hmm. And I hated the whole, like, not only did they break canon so many times because of having Kiaru Mundi in it, and then obviously having Yoda at the end. It's like, oh, so did they just forget about the Sith? Or this Sith thing happening by the time we get to Phantom Menace?
Yeah.
Where, oh, they've been extinct for 100 generations or some bull crap. No.
1,000. 1,000
Whatever.
generations.
Whatever.
But, yeah.
It still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, this show just had zero build-up. It had zero payoff. I feel like all the, like, things they showed us in the last episode was just like, here's a bunch of loose ends. Mm-hmm. Let's hope we get a season 2 type of thing. Because this show was so, like, okay. Bad. It was, like, fine. It wasn't terrible. And then they give you episode 5 with the epic lightsaber battle. Like, that was the best part, I think, of the entire series. And they introduced this really, like, fascinating character with Khmer. And then they just immediately sideline him. And then, you know, you have this episode 6, which is kind of like, meh. It's like a bunch of backstory again. And then episode 7 was another flashback episode, which I feel like just really killed the momentum of the entire show. And then the final episode, I felt like it was so rushed. Like, Osha's turn, spoiler alert, by the way, Osha's turn to the dark side was just, like, in my opinion, out of nowhere. And then the fact that May was, like, so easily, like, turned against her master, and, like, the entire show, she's trying to kill these Jedi who ruined her life or whatever. And then just, like, mid-season or mid-series, she's like, I don't want to kill Jedi anymore, and is, like, abandoning her master. And they, like, flip-flop roles, essentially. It's just out of nowhere. It's out of nowhere. And I can nitpick this show for hours, but it's just, like... Yeah, it wasn't good. Do you want to rate the Acolyte out of 10? I kind of want to
rate it. Let's rate it.
All right. The Acolyte rating out of 10. 3, 2, 1. 5
2.
out of 10. 2. So you just hated it. Straight up.
I did not care for it at all. Like I said, the story was so stupid. And it feels like any cool thing that they try to do, like, there wasn't really a reason for it. Like, the lightsaber battle, I feel like they had to have one big lightsaber battle, and they just, like, put it all into that. Mm-hmm. So, like, when the rest of the show happened and we didn't get anything close to that, it's like, oh, okay, so they just threw it in there just to throw it in there so people can, like, kind of talk about it. I don't know. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think
I just not care for it. I'm very happy, very, very happy that's not getting a season 2.
Yeah, the 2 things I was excited, or I liked about the show was the lightsaber battle and like just Chimera as a character. Like I thought he was a really interesting new kind of like Sith Lord we had. And I liked the Plagueis reveal at the very end, but I wish they would have started with that. That would have been
100%. If they would have started with Plagueis and probably would have put him in the actual story a little bit more, since he's just chilling in a freaking cave that Chimera's at. It's like, bro.
Yeah, because
we're like not gonna.
The theories I've seen regarding like what Plagueis is doing and why he's in the shadows, and like that he was either one trying to learn from the witches and like study Osha and May and like how to create life, or the other theory I liked was that he actually created the life and let the witches think that they did it, and so then he was just kind of there in the background, like really pulling the strings and like laying the groundwork for it all. I just think like if they would have started with that would have been such a like better show, bigger payoffs, and then bringing Yoda at the end, like what are you doing, man? I saw this tweet actually. I wanna pull this up. It was hilarious. I'll put it up on the screen. The tweet reads, "We're never going to find out who this guy is," and it's the image of the back of Yoda's head, like when he's revealed. I just thought that's hilarious. It's obviously it's Yoda, but it's like making fun at the fact that there's not going to be a season 2 now, and you did that for nothing. Like, I thought it was funny. So there you go. But yeah, Acolyte season 2 canceled. The internet's blowing up about it too. I mean, there's the side that I've seen people like posting the Return of the Jedi like celebration at the end, saying like, "Oh, it's gone," and then the Twitter is blowing up with hashtag Save the Acolyte. I just leave it. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Get it out.
It ain't coming back. Thank God. There was a little bit of Marvel news that came out. A lot of concept footage for Deadpool Wolverine got released, and there was this one that I really want to talk about on here, and that is the big, Deadpool versus Deadpools. We saw it obviously in the movie when, spoiler alert, they came out of the portal and they fought on that one street. That's what it came to, but the original concept art had a whole bunch of Deadpools and a whole bunch of other people from the void coming into the real world. And that includes Nick Cage. His Ghost Rider was part of that. I don't know if they would have casted Nicolas Cage or if they would have just casted someone else to play Ghost Rider, but we were this close to getting a Ghost Rider in the MCU. And that would have been amazing. First off, I don't know if you know this, there's a heavy rumor saying that Ryan Gosling might be the Ghost Rider in the MCU.
That would be cool.
Ken himself is going to be Ghost Rider. Yes.
I think he can do it well.
I think so, too.
Because he knows how to play the serious roles, and he's also got the humor. So.
Absolutely. We also have Ben Affleck's Daredevil. He was in that concept footage. And, of course, they had, like, Wolverine, and they had Elektra, and they had other people that were already in Deadpool Wolverine, but one of them that wasn't in there that I'm upset that we got robbed on was Dino Pool. We did not get Dino Pool. I love Dino Pool. He is a homie. We saw a T-Rex Spider-Man in Across the Spider-Verse, so we need to see a T-Rex Deadpool now.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Speaking of the MCU, let's do the main event.
We got a bracket.
We got the bracket, the MCU bracket, with the best.
First of many brackets.
First of many brackets, yes. We got a whole bunch of great movies that are on this list. I think it's every single of MCU
it's every
movie.
Single MCU, including
every
Deadpool
single
and
one.
Wolverine. So it's current.
It's current. It's up to date, and it's our next segment. That's what we're gonna be doing now.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for this segment. All right, so this is the bracket for every single MCU movie, randomly seeded. So we don't know what's really going to be paired up with what. I think we're going to argue a little bit because I think we have some different MCU takes that we probably don't know about.
We'll see.
So,
we'll see.
All right, we got a matchup for this first one. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 versus Guardians 2.
Ooh. Okay.
This is easy for me.
It's easy for me too.
All right, let's say it at the same time. Ready? 3,
same time?
2,
Okay.
1. Guardians
Volume
1.
1.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I love Volume 2. I
Same.
think the soundtrack in Volume 2 is amazing, and I like the story, but Guardians 1, man.
It's classic. Yeah, it's definitely top 3 MCU movie for me.
It's way
up
too
there.
good. It's way too good. It made everyone in the Guardians, like it made Rocket Raccoon like a household name, dude.
Oh, yeah. No, it made all these characters very lovable. Drax, Star-Lord, Gamora, all of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even Cosmo in the third one with the super doggo, the space doggo.
We got Age of Ultron versus Wakanda Forever. This one's a little bit tougher. I think I know where I want to lean though.
I know where I'm going.
What's your pick? What's your pick?
It's Wakanda Forever.
No, see, I'm feeling Age of Ultron.
Really?
I think that's such I love Wakanda Forever. Don't get me wrong. It's a very emotional movie. But, I mean, just the lack of Chadwick Boseman is heartbreaking. And obviously
there's no Chadwick Boseman in Age of Ultron.
Yes, there is.
In Age of Ultron?
This is where No, that's something.
That's Civil War. That's Civil War, buddy.
Civil War. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm thinking Civil War, yeah. No, this Age of Ultron causes Civil War for us to meet him, so, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
I mean, I'll give you Wakanda Forever, but Age of Ultron, I feel like, is an underrated... It's an underrated movie. I love Age of Ultron.
The only thing that I don't like about it is it feels like they did the villain of Ultron a little lame. I feel like they could have done Ultron so much better. And I also don't like some of the action that was in this one. It felt way too cutty, and that's something that Marvel learned later with a whole bunch of their fights, just make it more smoother. This one, it felt really cutty.
Fair.
I get it that the Avengers movies are supposed to be fun, but there's like a whole bunch of like jokes that didn't really need to be there. But I will say, Stanley's probably one of his best cameos was in Age of Ultron. So I will give you that.
That's the Tony Stank one, right?
No, that's Civil War as well.
Damn it.
You need to watch movies more.
I do, yeah.
He was at the party, and Thor was pouring like this alcohol that was like super, super strong or something like that. He's like, so was Omaha Beach. And then he gets some, and then it cuts to him being like having to get walked out, and he says Excelsior, like really hammered.
Yeah. No, I remember that one now.
Yeah.
Okay, next matchup, we got Quantumania and Thor Love and Thunder. I got to pick. I'm feeling Quantumania. Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I love Ant-Man. Ant-Man's got a special place in my heart. I definitely put Ant-Man very high in my MCU ranking. And Love and Thunder, I feel like they were trying to keep the momentum of Ragnarok, and they just failed. And I just don't think that's a great movie. So
I'll agree to that. I feel it too.
Okay.
Feeling is mutual when it comes to that.
Okay, next one we got Multiverse of Madness. So Doctor Strange #2 and Iron Man. This is easy, right? The first Iron Man.
Yeah,
easy
first
Iron Man, right?
Easy Iron Man.
Did you like Doctor Strange, Mom?
Did I like his mom?
Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, you're throwing an acronym. You're throwing an acronym at me. Okay.
You've never heard that? That's what it's called. Mom. Like that's the movie. It's Mom.
Oh, it's Mom. Well, there was a mother in it, but yeah, kinda. I think that they didn't really go into the multiverse as, I don't know, it was really hyped. And then when I saw it, I felt like it was missing a whole bunch of stuff.
For sure.
But like, I feel like the Jim from The Office cameo was pretty worth it.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Oh, yeah. All right. Next matchup. We got Far From Home versus Captain Marvel.
Easy.
What do you pick?
Easy.
Far From Home?
Far From Home.
Yeah.
And I don't even like Far From Home that much. I'm not in love with it or anything.
Are you a Captain Marvel hater like the rest? I like Captain Marvel. It's still pretty low, but...
I mean, I liked a lot of, like, some of the stuff that Captain Marvel was doing. The soundtrack was really banging. I liked having the young Fury. That was really cool.
Okay, next one. Guardians Volume 3 versus Eternals.
Easy.
This is easy Guardians 3.
Easy Guardians 3.
I like Eternals, though. I'm, like, bummed that they canceled Eternals 2.
I think that they did a lot of stuff really good.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Just not enough to keep a movie good. It felt like they tried to do the first Avengers movie without having any past Iron Man, Captain America movies, Thor movies, Incredible Hulk. They had to put it all in that same movie, so it was a little too much. But I feel like there's a whole bunch of stuff that they did really good.
I thought they did really good. I really liked it. I thought the CGI was great in that movie.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was just a good movie. I'm hoping that Eternals 2 eventually gets picked up because it got canceled, right?
Yeah, I think it's just gonna transition into the Blade movie when that comes out. I think that's what's gonna transition into, and then that's when we'll see some of the other characters from Eternals maybe in that, but we'll see.
Okay. Another easy matchup, I think. No Way Home versus Iron Man 3.
Oh,
it's pretty easily No Way Home, right?
No Way Home.
Yeah, banger
easy.
movie. Banger
easy.
movie.
Come on.
Banger. All right, next one. Incredible Hulk versus Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, right?
Doctor Strange, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, easy.
I really like the first Doctor Strange movie. I think it's really, really good. Like,
yeah?
It's like a top 10 MCU movie in my eyes.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, next up is Black Panther versus Spider-Man Homecoming. This is easily Black Panther for me. You want Homecoming, don't you? I'm not going to give this to you.
No, I understand that. I love the first Black Panther a lot. Killmonger is probably one of the best villains in the MCU.
Great villain.
And that's honestly all I was thinking of. I was thinking, okay, am I picking the Vulture or am I picking Killmonger right now? And I love both of those villains a lot.
We're picking Black Panther because Homecoming is a boring movie. But okay, next matchup is the Winter Soldier versus the Avengers, the first Avengers. Yikes!
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Avengers.
Same, but the Winter Soldier should not be out in the first round.
It shouldn't, but it is.
That should not be out in the first round. That's terrible. Man, okay.
But the first Avengers is so classic,
it's
dude.
So good.
So good.
It's one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. It's an amazing movie.
Wow.
I love it.
I did not know
it's
it was
so
all
good.
time.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's actually number 4 on my list. So
4.
Top 4 on my
4. That's high.
I love it. Such a good movie. Okay, next up, Deadpool and Wolverine versus Black Widow.
Come on. It's all about Wolvie, dog.
Next
Sorry,
matchup.
Natasha.
What? Sorry, Natasha. Next matchup, Ant-Man versus Thor. I want to go Ant-Man here.
I'm going to go the first Ant-Man. The first Ant-Man movie is my favorite out of the trilogy. And, oh, man, I think it was an absolute robbery that we did not get Luis in Quantumania.
100%.
How did we not get him?
I don't know.
Bring him down to the quantum realm with them. So when he comes back and has to talk to whoever, he can just easily recap it hella funny like he always does. Yeah. And that would be man.
So good. Man. So good. Okay, next one is Ant-Man and the Wasp versus Ragnarok. Did you? I liked Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, I thought Ant-Man and the Wasp was good, but not as good as Ragnarok.
Yeah, no. I mean, definitely it's got to be Ragnarok. But Ant-Man and the Wasp is Ant-Man. I like the first 2 Ant-Man movies are pretty high on my list. I love the Ant-Man movies, but we'll put Ragnarok through. Okay, Captain America: The First Avenger or the Marvels. I'm gonna go Cap. I haven't seen the Marvels yet.
Cap one. Marvels is all right. It's really short, so that's a good thing.
I've heard it's good. I just didn't get around to seeing it when it came out. I just was busy at the time, but
no. I love Kamala Khan right now. I feel like she is like embodying all the MCU fans into her character. And I love that she cares. Like the actress that's actually playing her like cares so much about like what's happening in the MCU. Like she has like a notebook filled with stuff. Is that one
Miss Marvel?
Yes, she plays Miss Marvel. She's like talking to Kevin Feige like for hours, just like wanting to know so much stuff. It's like, dude, that's what all of us would do. So like, she's really funny in this movie. But I don't know, like, it's hard to say that she carries it. But like, it just doesn't seem like it's not even close to when it comes to Cap, the first Cap movie. So
no, for sure. All right, next matchup: Shang-Chi and Endgame. Endgame, easy, easily Endgame.
I like Shang-Chi a lot. Shang-Chi was awesome.
It was good
for like the first half, and then like the second act kind of killed it for me. But that's just me. Shang-Chi is getting a sequel, so that's gonna be good. But it's Endgame, bro.
It's Endgame. Endgame's going through.
Yeah.
Okay, next matchup I feel like is another easy one. Iron Man 2 versus Civil War. Civil War, right?
Civil War.
Easily.
Civil War all day. All day.
Easily. All right, back to the top. We had Infinity War already projected forward, so it's now Infinity War versus Guardians of the Galaxy. This is tough. This is really tough. I'm
gonna say Infinity War,
right?
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Man, but
all right. Okay.
Guardians 1 is so good.
They're in Guardian. The Guardians are in it.
That's fair, but
they're in it, and they're so good in it.
Yeah. No, okay. The other one that was projected forward on the other side of the bracket was The Dark World versus Civil War. That's easily Civil War.
That's an easy Civil War. Yep.
All right, now we can go officially back to the top.
All right. Next round.
So now we got Infinity War versus Wakanda Forever.
Infinity War.
It's crazy Wakanda Forever went up against that, but...
Well, I mean, like, if it was Age of Ultron going up against Infinity War, that would be another, like, toss. Like, that would be an easy layup right there. Like, Infinity War is just way too good of a movie to compare to any of the older MCU movies. So... For sure.
All right, now we got Ant-Man Quantumania versus the first Iron Man. Iron Man 1. Easy.
Yup.
Easy.
I think...
All right.
This is just my opinion. I think the first Iron Man movie has probably one of the best endings to an MCU movie ever.
Yeah. No, it's good.
It's so classic, and I don't know, man. I'm just seeing like Iron Man go up against Infinity War, and I don't want to talk about that until next round, but
yeah, no, it's good.
Oh, man.
Okay. Next up, we got Far From Home, Guardians 3. Pretty easy, Guardians 3. Yep.
All
right, No Way Home, Doctor Strange. Pretty easily No Way Home.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I was going to say, if it's not No Way Home, I know what the next round is. It's me and you fighting. That's what's happening. So.
It's No Way Home. Next round, Black Panther versus the first Avengers.
Ooh,
No?
I don't know, man. Black Panther, man. Like, dude.
Black Panther's great, but it's not beating the Avengers.
Good.
Are you going to fight me right now on this? Because I'm ready to fight.
I'm not going to fight you on it.
Okay.
I'll save that for another day, but I'll think about it. I'm thinking about it. I might like Black Panther as a better movie than Avengers, but that's just me.
No way. I already put the Avengers through.
Oh.
Okay, next matchup. Deadpool and Wolverine versus Ant-Man. I want to go Ant-Man here.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. No.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I want to go Ant-Man.
A little bit. I do too, a little bit. But only
Take
because...
recency bias out. Ant-Man is a great movie. Paul Rudd. You got Paul Rudd or Ryan Reynolds. I think Paul Rudd wins every day of the week.
But
Paul Rudd.
all right, Ant-Man goes through.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Ant-Man goes through.
Thank you. All right, Ragnarok versus Cap 1.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, okay.
In my opinion, Ragnarok. Like, the first Cap is really good.
It's a great origin story.
That's another really, really good ending where he says, like, oh, are you okay? He's like, yeah. I just had a date. And, like, and then just cuts. Like, dude.
So good.
Oh, it's good.
So good. All right. This is crazy that this is in the second round. This could easily be a finals for me.
Yes.
Endgame versus Civil War.
I want to say Endgame.
I want to go Civil War.
Why? No, do not go Civil War, Jordyn.
Listen, so I'm a big fan. Listen.
No.
I'm a big fan of the Escape Pod podcast, and they always say this. Endgame is a bad movie with spectacular moments, and I can't agree more with that statement.
Oh my gosh, you freaking fangirl.
The last 40 minutes is what is good about Endgame. The beginning is like, it's okay. The last 40 minutes is what makes that movie, and it is epic. That last 40 minutes is some of the best 40 minutes we have in the entire MCU. But Civil War is
Civil War is a movie that accomplishes nothing.
Not true.
It accomplishes nothing. There are no stakes at it at all, which from the comics, Civil War is huge and massive. Civil War doesn't accomplish anything. They have no stakes, and it doesn't accomplish a damn thing except just to have the Avengers fight against each other. That's the only thing it does. That's the only thing that movie does. Endgame, it actually redeems so many characters. So many.
Redeems them because of all the epicness that happens in Civil War. You're telling me that the Avengers...
All the stuff that happened in Infinity War. Civil War did nothing. Well, if Civil War was not at all made, Infinity War still would have happened the way it did. 1,000%.
No.
1,000%. The only thing that changes is that, like, Cap is, like, and all of them are just not together. They could easily do that in another way. They could have done that better in Civil War. Where they just have them just walk away... Nothing happened. The only damage is that freaking Rhodey gets crippled. And that, come on.
That is not the only damage that happens.
That's the only thing that happens.
Captain America and Tony basically, like, turn on each other. You're telling me that's not an impactful moment?
And then what do they do in the next movie?
You mean in Infinity War?
Yeah.
They're not together at all. And that's part of the reason that they
everyone
lose.
that was fighting with each other in Civil War, just link up in fucking Civil War or Infinity War. Gosh, so many wars. Like nothing happened.
Iron Man
get one
is
thing,
in space.
You
Captain
get
America
one thing,
is on Earth.
You get one thing that brought Civil War into another movie, and that was when like William Hurt and they were all on like a hologram, and Rhodey like just like swiped him away, and then like hugged him like nothing ever happened.
No, Civil War.
Rhodey was crippled.
The entire Avengers.
The first thing he sees is Vision, and they completely ignore it and they never talk about it because Civil War nothing happened.
That is so. The statement that Civil War, nothing happened, and it had no
it accomplished nothing.
Contribution.
It accomplished nothing. What did it accomplish besides breaking up the Avengers?
I'm mind blown right now.
What is the only thing that Civil War has accomplished besides breaking up the Avengers? Go.
That's the purpose of the movie. What's the purpose of Endgame other than correcting everything that happened in Infinity War?
Brother, we get so many more redeeming qualities in Endgame than we ever get in Civil War. That's it.
Civil War is not about redeeming qualities. It's about the fall of the Avengers.
And they barely fell.
What are you talking about? They barely fell.
They completely
broke up.
They want to have all these superheroes like locked down in contract, whatever, and then like nothing happens really for that. And then they fight.
That is so not true.
Okay, how about this? Mainly, the whole reason why Iron Man and Cap are fighting is because of what happened to Tony Stark's dead parents.
No.
That could have happened and been brought up so many times.
That's wrong. Let me talk.
So many times.
That's wrong. Listen, the entire movie of Civil War is about Tony and that half of the Avengers being for the Sokovia Accords, and then the other half is about Captain America being against the Sokovia Accords and the people that team up with him. And then they have their big epic showdown at the airport. You know, the people get arrested that were on Cap. Cap and Bucky escape. And then you find out that Bucky killed Tony Stark's parents. And then that's what causes an even bigger rift in Tony Stark and Captain America's relationship.
It was so stupid trying to get the other Winter Soldiers as a super army. And that is going to bring, like, total destruction and terrorists. Nope, they get shot in their sleep. What's the whole point? The whole side story of that movie is trying to stop more Winter Soldiers from coming out, and then nothing happens because of it. It does nothing. It just... Zemo is such a lame villain. He was the one that was able to split up the Avengers like that? No! That is so dumb.
It was not him.
No, my gosh. Yes, it was. It 100% was. How he's like, oh, I need to see these people fall because they dropped a building on my family. And then he does it so easily. And it's so
manipulation.
Dumb. No, it's lazy. It's so lazy.
It was actually genius. I like
dumb.
Zemo.
So dumb. No. Civil War sucks. Bro, when it comes to Endgame.
Did you just say Civil War sucks?
When it comes to Endgame. Don't take me out of context.
This is crazy.
When it comes to Endgame, no. Civil War does not compete with Endgame. It does not. It does not.
Endgame is a bad movie with spectacular moments. Nothing happens the first half of the movie. They go and they do the time stone thing and they come back and they snap and then all the epicness happens. Everything else before that, meh. And then we got the epic battle at the end.
Everything beforehand is eh. As you say that the first Avengers movie is number 4 on your all-time list,
100%.
It is a love letter to the entire MCU, bro.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. But Civil War is a beautiful back and forth between Team Iron Man and Team Cap. And it just, everything falls apart. And then Infinity War is a mess because the team is not together. And literally the line in Endgame from Tony Stark when he's all skinny and just returned from space is, he's talking about how you said we would stick together no matter what. And then even if we lost, we'd do that together too. And they lost and Captain America wasn't there. And it's the entire reason that Infinity War was a shit show and the Avengers were not on the same page and they weren't
but all
the
that
Earth's
stuff that was
heroes we know.
They were not even referencing nothing that happened in Civil War. That was calling back to Age of Ultron.
What are you talking about?
When he says, if we lose, we lose together, that was literally from Age of Ultron, dude.
100%, but why are they not together? Because of what happened in Civil War. I think it's crazy you don't think Civil War achieved anything.
Brother, they got separated
baloney.
in Infinity War, and that's why they weren't together, because they were separated in Infinity War. Literally separated. Not even on Earth.
Why were they not working together?
If Civil War didn't even happen...
Because of Civil War.
If Civil War didn't happen, Tony Stark and Doctor Strange would still be on a spaceship on Titan, and they would still be separated.
You're telling me Captain America wouldn't be there with him? You're telling me
no.
Natasha wouldn't be there with him? You're telling me the entire Avengers wouldn't have gone to Titan together to defeat Thanos? You're telling me they're going to do that separately?
They went on a spaceship, very kind of prompted to just go on a spaceship and go, and they would have been separated regardless.
Why was Captain America not there? Because he's on the run. He's on the run. That's why he's not in the Avengers as the team.
Okay.
You're telling me when they're on New York and New York is invaded, not every single Avenger's not showing up for that?
No, because we've seen it so many times.
Doctor Strange can easily pull his portal. The entire Avengers there, they can save again. They can save the world again. But no, half of them are on the run.
Doctor Strange, he could have gone to anyone. Who'd he go to? Iron Man, who was already and then they pull him and stuff happens and they go. If they wanted Cap, he would have done the thing and get Cap. But no.
This is crazy.
But no.
I don't even want to give
and that's the whole thing.
You.
That's the whole thing. No, that's the whole thing. At the end of Civil War, Cap writes a letter to him practically saying anytime you need me, we'll be here. So we're not broken up. We're just taking a break. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Yes. Yes. And Tony obviously had the freaking phone on him at all times. So, they weren't really broken up. They were just taking a break. And that was Civil War. They didn't break up. They just, And it kind of, they all ended on good terms.
They all ended on good terms. A ridiculous statement.
1,000%. Because Tony and Cap, they were kind of mutual. They were angry, whatever, throughout the movie. But at the end, when Cap sends him that letter explaining everything, Tony's okay, all right, that's fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
I'm not.
Shocked.
I'm not.
So where did we get with this? Because out of spite, I really don't want to put Endgame through.
I'm not putting Civil War through over Endgame. No way. That is a hill I am comfortable dying on. That Endgame is a better movie than Civil War, 100%.
Oh my god.
And anyone that says different, y'all are just fanboys, and you don't really know anything. So,
Civil War is so good. The fact that you said
it is good. It is good,
crazy.
but it's not as good as Endgame.
Crazy.
If Civil War would have gone up against literally anything on here besides Endgame, 100% it would go through. Probably not for Infinity War, but yeah.
Wow. I'm putting Endgame through for the portal scene specifically, but just that entire... I don't even think we can do... I don't want to make any more episodes with you. That's crazy.
That's a whole reason why that portal scene was so big is because of everything that was in the MCU. The whole, ride there. Not just because of Civil War, dude.
Wow. All right. We got to move on. On. Holy shit.
Okay.
Infinity War versus Iron Man 1. Infinity War?
Infinity War.
Okay. Holy shit, I'm fuming. Okay. Guardians 3 versus No Way Home. Guardians 3. Ooh.
I'm going to say No Way Home.
I'll go No Way Home. Guardians 3.
That's not me just being a Spider-Man fanboy, which I recognize.
No, it's a great movie. It is a great movie.
Man. But Guardians 3 is also really, really good.
Guardians 3 so... this is hard. Okay, question. Guardians 1 or Guardians 3? How do you rank the Guardians movies?
I think it's 1, 3, 2.
Agreed.
For me.
Does Guardians 1 beat No Way Home? Yeah.
Yeah. I think Guardians 1 is like probably one of the best MCU movies. 100%.
For sure. We can go No Way Home. I'll go No Way Home here.
Okay.
It's a great Spidey movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The first Avengers versus Ant-Man 1. Avengers. Yeah?
Avengers. Okay.
Okay. I love that Ant-Man made it that far, though. That's incredible. Okay, Ragnarok, Endgame.
Endgame for me. Okay. Even though Ragnarok is so much fun throughout the entire movie.
It's a lot of fun.
And has so many good moments. But
it's a lot of fun, for sure.
I don't know.
Infinity War versus No Way Home. It's Infinity War, yeah?
I'm going to say Infinity War.
Yeah. No, I agree. No Way Home is spectacular, but Infinity War is probably the best, MCU movie. All right, here comes another argument.
Oh, man. The first Avengers movie
versus the first Avengers.
Endgame. Now, I'm going to go with the first Avengers.
Really?
Only because I think they did more with less people in the first Avengers movie, and Endgame got a little too... They threw a lot in that movie.
100%.
So that's why I think Avengers beats it out. But
I just think Avengers is a perfectly paced movie. I think it's we've gotten all the origin stories for these amazing characters, and it just they build this team so perfectly, and Loki is such a perfect villain.
Such a good villain for him.
It's so good. Mm-hmm. All right, this is the finals.
All right, the finals.
Infinity War versus the first Avengers.
I know where I'm at. I know what I believe.
What do you, Infinity War?
It's Infinity War.
I'll give it to you because I think the first Avengers, I just think it's a lot of nostalgia for me.
Sure.
In my opinion, the MCU just it was perfectly started with the Avengers. The original 6, it's got a special place in my heart. But Infinity War it's such a beautiful movie that connects really the entire MCU. If you look at all the origin stories and then you look at the Avengers, perfectly connected. And then if you look at the Avengers and all the other stories we got, it perfectly connects it into Infinity War. And I just think on the grander scheme, I'll give it to Infinity War.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Got a little hot.
It did get a little hot.
A little bit.
It got a little hot. But
I did not think it was gonna be Endgame and Civil War that was gonna turn it on like that. But
do you know what's crazy though? Is I was ready to give you Endgame, and then you went and said Civil War is a movie that achieves nothing, and I still just think that's and oh my god, dude! Wow. All right. Good episode.
So that's the bracket. That's the episode.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go watch Civil War and
I'm going to go watch Endgame.
It's a better movie. No.
Yeah, I'm going to go watch a good movie.